we go. Sorry, everybody. I had to restart it because something in the background seemed off for some reason. I had to go check something quick. Hi, everybody. Christy, TJ, Kentucky Mama, Lane, Sherry, Gina, Ivy, Susie, Tammy, Pandora, my love, Tonya, Dana, Minnie. Hi, everyone. Nana, Mystic Moon, Cindy, Rain Cloud, April, Jacqueline, Missy, Michelle. It's good to see everybody. So tonight we're going to be doing open discussion. Grammy, hello everybody. Hello, hello. Time out with Tish. Miss Susie. I forgot my Susie Q. I'm glad to have you all here. So my lives are going to start being a little shorter. That way I don't get burnt out too much, but I'm going to make them shorter so I can be on here more, if that makes sense. I want to try to be on here at least 3 to 4 times a week. I'm going to do my very best in that manner. Hi, Christy. It's good to hear from you, love. Tell my baby Rain I said hello, too. It's our little inside joke from me and Christy. Is Miss Nikki on here? Widow 33, hi. Oh, thank you, Dana. Yes, so I'm going to be cutting my lives down a bit. I want to be on here more during the week because I feel like, I'm here 4 hours and one live. I'm probably going to try to cut that up some so we can have the ability to be here together more if you guys are up for that. Mystic Moon, Sarah, my dad told me he has swollen feet, no pulse, bad circulation, and aortic aneurysm. Wow, that's a lot. Will he be okay? I'm bundle of nerves, crying. Miss Gina. I'm so sorry to hear that, Mystic Moon. An aortic aneurysm is a very serious thing. No pulse in the. Are you saying no pulse in like the foot part? Is that what you're saying? Or are you saying swollen feet and head? I'm assuming you're putting the pulse. There's no pulse in the foot part. If that makes sense. Sounds good to you, Lane? Okay, everybody. Miss Tammy, I'll get with you this weekend, and you know what I'm referencing. So, with an aortic aneurysm, honey, that's really serious, but at the same time, I want you to understand that we in science are well equipped, and I want you to understand because my son had a major heart surgery, and the damage that he had to his heart was so severe. Did you guys see that flickering? Hi, Mary. Chloe Blue Eyes. Lane, yes, everybody? Okay, I guess it's going to be one of those nights. I do have the rim pot on. I thought that would be something to bring tonight. Because and the ball, and as you can see, I just tapped that ball back there. And I wanted you guys to be aware of. Everybody saw that, correct? I mean, that was the whole entire room. Because I have a light above me on my little camera, my webcam, and it wasn't that. It was the whole room. Okay. Okay, Mystic Moon. I want you to understand that with the science that we have today and the ability to fix things, I want you to understand how amazing a doctor can be to fix something that severe. My brother had an aortic aneurysm. He has a mechanical valve. My son's heart was so damaged that the doctor couldn't understand how he was still breathing. That he hadn't, more or less, I don't like to say the word, but science is so far advanced now, honey, that the things that are frighten us the most and scare us the most, those things are becoming more, I don't want to say minor because that's not a minor thing, but with science now, we have a lot of upcomings in the medical field. Hi, Shelby. Grammy. So I want you to understand, honey, it might be really scary right now. But if I have anything that comes through in that fashion, I will let you know. But I will definitely give you something if something comes through, okay? I want everybody, if you can possibly say a prayer for Mystic Moon. She could really use one tonight. Lisa Avery, hello. And it's a lot to go through to know that your father is going through that. It's very scary. Shelby, you hope someone comes in for your birthday. I do want to I have downloaded Zoom to my computer. I can fit up to 100 people on Zoom. So I'm going to be figuring out how to do that soon. That's going to be another one of my my add-ons to this. So we all can see each other face to face. We can have a place where we can talk about your personal life, as in what's going on, having someone to talk to, a group of people where you can all get together and just have each other's backs that way. Health wise, any way that we can be together in that way and support one another. Also speak about, personal cases or speak about private readings that way. It all goes to that. Oh, hi, Lori Lamb. Sorry, honey, I didn't see you there. But I mean, Mystic Moon, if anything, and you know what, honey, if you want to, I don't know if you're on my Facebook, but if Susie wants to put my Facebook up there, you can send me a picture of Dad and I can read his energy that way. Okay? Lisa Avery, I lost my baby sister in March. She was 52 and had a brain aneurysm. The old Now, Mystic Moon, are we talking about, you said a heart aneurysm, a valve aneurysm, right? You didn't say brain. Brain aneurysms, those are a lot more serious, believe it or not, than the heart. Well, hello, our Taylor. Cindy E. Aw, that was so sweet of you. When am I doing Kim Porter? Nikki. Hi, Nikki. We have, Nikki. Now, I have been on here only a few minutes. Who do you think popped in? That's okay, Johnny. Peggy, TJ. Susie. Hello, everyone. I have a friend request here. I got your friend request. I got your friend request here, Tonya. Joan. Hi, Joan. Yeah, that was so awesome, Cindy. That was very sweet of you, R. Taylor. Kentucky Mama. Miss Sherry, I got your Facebook request. Yesterday was your dad's birthday. He's been gone 20 years. Oh, okay. I got you, R. Taylor. Happy Thanksgiving Day to all Canadians. God bless. I know, honey. He still, he still calls her that. Whenever, if we speak in Messenger or something, he still calls her that. He still calls her Baby Raymer. That's the funny thing. Okay, so just a few things here tonight. Just a little, I have access to extra stuff that I make. I tried to give it away a couple times in the year. This is my homemade. I showed you guys this on a live before. For the members only, I am giving away homemade bath salt. This stuff has roses, jasmine, Epsom salt, essential oils, sea salt. I mean, it smells jasmine and rose. The smell is so phenomenal. I can't even like tell you guys how phenomenal this smells. Just as a giveaway, I'm going to be picking one person the next members live I do, which is going to be, what's today? Today's Monday. I'm going to do another live. I'm going to do another live Wednesday, and that's going to be for members, okay? Perk members. That's going to be for you guys. And through the holidays, too, I'll be giving away some stuff back here, too. It's always got to be refilled, but I like to give things back to the community. I like to give back. I do charity work, things of that nature. It's a great thing to do. Aggie, hello, darling. I will be giving away, because I'm going to be making Christmas candles, so to speak. So I'm going to be doing like holiday cookie, Christmas tree, gingerbread house, things of that nature. Those are going to be the new ones that are coming out. So I'm going to gift at least 2 to 3 of these candles out to my perk members. So I was traveling through upstate New York because we live in Maine, and I came across a great guy, and I could not believe this is more of rap. This isn't there is parental supervision on this. There is, There is swearing on it and things of that nature, but that's no different from Tupac, from Biggie, and all that stuff. Great guy. He signed autograph. You'll get a pin with it if you decide to buy. This is his name, B-side. Okay. I like to help people in that way too. Oh, thanks, darling. Miss Amanda S. So this is his CD. April, you're still having a lot of trouble rejoining. I'm not sure why, honey. Are you doing it from a phone or are you doing it from like a computer or a laptop? Maine is beautiful. Let me just finish this with this, and I want to look at what you guys are going, what you're talking about here, because I want to be making sure if there's anything medically I can help with, I will do so. The CD is B-side. This is him. Very great guy. Okay. Go strictly to it's www.bside.com. CD's there. Great, great guy. You, for those that like this music, you will definitely like it. He floated me this CD. Great guy. He actually, I'm not too sure if anybody's ever heard of this, but the insane clown posse. I remember that from when I was younger. I heard about that, and I never heard outside of the way of people. Everybody goes to YouTube for music, but what they don't understand for music is when they go to YouTube to find the music, to make this, they are paid pennies on the dollar. So when you actually go to the website that they sell their things on, you're actually supporting the artist themselves. YouTube doesn't give much of anything, I guess, to artists, so to speak. So you'd be doing a great service. But great guy. Music is off the hook, I guess you could say, as that's the cool phrase of it. Okay, let me catch up with you guys here. Okay. Nikki. I hope my kid's dad will come through and leave a message to his son who was suicidal last weekend. I appreciate all you do for him. You're welcome, Shelby. Her mom is anemic and has troubles during the pregnancy, and even now, I'll have to read it. Okay. Anemic during pregnancy is really rough. I'm assuming that she's on some sort of iron supplement. Are you eating enough? Are you eating enough red meat? Because a lot of people don't realize chicken and things of that nature. We get a lot of iron from vegetables alone, but red meat is a big supplier of iron supplement. Time out. Sounds like her body isn't absorbing nutrients from her food. I will get more into that because I feel like there is something. Lisa, I'll keep an eye out. Do you have a safe candle that can be used to clean a home. As an energetically wise, beef liver, very, very, very good. But if her body's not absorbing the nutrients, she could have some sort of, and I'm not a doctor. Like I said, I will always give that disclaimer. I'm not a doctor. Do not take my advice in any way. She could have some sort of gene mutation in that way, or she could be having some gut issues, so to speak. Shelby, why dogs are now barking at the end of my bed? Well, usually that is if there's no one else in the room and they're barking, that could be a plethora of things. They could hear things that are probably outside in the hallway or technically in your room. My daughter had that condition. It's called, I don't. Wait a minute. Aggie. I'm hearing Aggie from a male side. Aggie, can you tell me who a male would be for you? I'm not sure what this means. Maybe you can let me know. But I mean, I could still wait and see what else more comes through, just so you. I have shown, possible, and aid. Hello, Ginger. Aggie, are you there, love? They suspect it is the valve at the top of her stomach that's not fully developed. She splits up quite a bit, but she's very That's very fixable with surgery. I'm pretty sure my nephew had that same exact thing. He had to have surgery on his stomach. Aggie, can you is your grandmother passed away? It would be on your dad's side. I'm assuming, because okay. What about it being your dad's side though? Oh, we call her Dove. Very peaceful. Oh. Both. Okay. For time out with Tish, honey, for my son would vomit. He could never lay flat. The flap would open up in his stomach. He would lose all his food. And the only thing the doctor would do for him is he would have to sleep sitting up, eat sitting up. To lay down and change his diaper was a disaster because he would throw up all his food. It's really tough to do that. You have to be on constant supervision. And the only thing, Karen Danielle, welcome, my darling. Thank you for joining. What the doctor that I had, he was the only doctor that could help me, and we got to the bottom of it. He needed his formula thickened, so we actually put just a little bit of cereal in his baby bottle. Now, do not do that on the kid on my plausibility of saying that, because I am not a doctor. I went by my doctor orders from my child. So I mean, you can discuss thickening of the formula with your doctor. Yeah, we had to have his formula thickened, and he was very allergic to a lot of the formulas out there. All these formulas that these places are selling, they're garbage for children. A lot of children are lactose intolerant, and the stuff that's in that formula. I know my children um, could only have Nutramigen, a soy-based milk. And there's actually a lot of lawsuits against these formula companies because they have awful ingredients in these milks that they're giving to the children. Yeah, I had to do soy. Nutramigen is very expensive per can, um, but you can get assistance in buying it in some way. You can get a doctor's note from your doctor and go down to your local, if they have it. I know some places they have what is called, I believe it's called, I think it's called like the WIC program or something, and you can get a doctor's note and they will actually help you pay for it because it's very expensive. Yes, Grammy. Um, Aggie, back to you, my dear. Um, because a male was speaking, but then it told me to go back to the beginning because this would be the male side of your family. So I'm assuming this is your father's mother, and we're also speaking about a fall. Yeah, my son would projectile vomit. He wouldn't just, it's not burp up. There's a big difference between burping up in a baby versus projectile. Projectile is something that should be looked at right away. And there's history of that in my family. So, right, they will do a swallow study on the child. So they'll give you this, it's this white little bottle of dye that the baby's going to drink. And what's going to happen is it's going to make their insides glow, so to speak. I know that sounds terrible, but they're going to see anything is there anything that needs to be fixed? Is there any holes in the intestines and things of that nature? And I'm sorry if I sound graphic, that's not what I mean to say. But they're very in tune with seeing through x-ray in that way. That's why they have the baby drink it. It's not toxic to the child. My son did that test specifically, so I know exactly what test we're talking about here. Yep, contrast. Yep, it's a contrast dye. Yes. See, they didn't say pyloric stenosis for my son. Strawberries and peaches. Hello, dear. Aggie, do you know what that was referencing for you, dear? Nutramigen is a very expensive formula, and it should not. And that's another thing. It should not be so expensive to where a mother needs to have assistance in buying it. Because if they know that that's going to help that child thrive, why are they charging so much for it? Um, Sugar would not be a good idea for newborns. Oh, yes, she had lupus. Okay, Aggie. Now what about the fall? Because she's talking about the fall. I only state that because the sugar, when a child's stomach has those type of issues, it's actually going to give it an adverse reaction. Sugar can make them moody, cranky. It can agitate their symptoms more, so to speak. Gingerbell, sir, I tried to email you to request a private reading, but wasn't sure how to go about that. My emails, honey, I have not gotten an email unless you messaged me on Facebook. Nearly $45 and can't get it in the US at the moment due to. But you know what? Where I lived, it costed $65 a can, and that was when my children were little. So that was a while ago. So I can imagine the hike it is now. Sherry, Denise, hello, hello. Now, for tonight's live, we're going to do open discussion. I've already got it planned for the upcoming live where we're going to be doing Kim Porter, as I stated. I won't be looking at messages as we are now. I'm going to be speaking directly to her. I tried interacting with her a couple days ago. I did get several things in that. Um, I can I can give you what came through for it, but we will get more in depth with it this coming week. Julia. So the first thing that came through for uh, Kim Porter was she talked about the blood. She talked about the bone. I'm assuming she's like referencing um, blood, bone, and DNA. Um, Justin Bieber. You know what? I was also our Taylor until this crazy stuff is coming out about this Diddy. Um, but I feel like he's also going to be spiritually vindicated. You're going to start seeing him in a different light. He's going to start showing himself more spiritually connected now because this was something he had to hide and cover up all these years. And now that he knows that low life is in prison, now he feels free, so to speak, even though it's hard for him to admit it because how are you going to say it on here? I don't mind the cloth diapers. It's just it's a lot of upkeep that way. Um, but everybody's different. If cloth diapers is what they use, and that's what they use. I mean, my sister used cloth diapers, and she did not mind going the extra mile. I haven't seen the baby, or I did come across like seeing his face and his facial features, not the baby, but we're talking about Justin Bieber here. I feel like he seems more alert, like, and not in an embarrassing way. He just, it's like you see his spirit lifted a little bit. You see his energies lifted. But I also think in the midst of everything going on, he's actually happy that he's in prison now. And depending on where she lives, Tish, time out with Tish, honey, there's so many programs that she can get on. There's WIC, there's public assistance and that nature. Um, it's hard because some people that get it don't need it, but there are people that have children that are sick or they're sick and they can't work because they can't leave their child alone with anybody, because I've been through that and I know I was so mentally exhausted from my son being that way that I almost had a breakdown because it was, I was doing laundry 5 times, 6 times a day. I wasn't sleeping because I had to watch his every move. If he threw up the wrong way, I was scared he was going to aspirate. It was very scary, but I promise you it's going to get better. It will get better. It's going to take a couple months, but it will stop. It will stop eventually. There are a lot of there are a lot of programs that will help. It's just I'm not sure what state or anything of that nature. Um, Nebraska. She has 2 kids, Declan and Scarlett. Her pregnancy was rough, and they were moving 6 months pregnant. She ended up in bed rest. Okay, there. If she can get a doctor's note, the process would not be long. The only issue would be, honestly, I think, is waiting for the appointment, so to speak. That's the hard part about that. Teresa. Aggie. Miss Aggie, are you there? The first message of the night is for Aggie. Aggie, I'm being told um, you're very strong as of lately. Is there something going on with you, darling? Physically, emotionally? I'm going with physically or emotionally. And why does the word fall keep coming up? I have a Donna for Facebook request. Oh, yeah. I mean, Jess. Hi, Sarah. Hello, Jess. And as lifting someone up and helping them, not only are you doing justice to them, but you're doing justice to your own energy. Helping someone that really needs help, you're doing yourself such a great justice. Aggie, what does fall mean? I'm hearing fall, 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 fall. Hi, Jennifer. No, we're not talking about summer right now. I'm talking to Aggie Willett about someone that's coming through for her right now. But we will be talking open discussion in just a few minutes. I'm recovering from surgery on my shoulder. I have stage 3 kidney disease. Okay. Now, I'm assuming, well, I understand what they meant by you being strong. I got that now because you're referencing you're recovering from shoulder surgery, but you also have, yes, I do recall this. You did speak about this at our last live. And that's why I also am creating a chat, because it's nice not only to just talk to each other and be a supportive group with each other, but you're also able to see each other's faces, and it's more of a connection for people. Now, also, I'm going to mention something because it's been playing in my mind all day. The Soto case. Amal just spoke of Soto, which is, that is Maddie. I'm not sure what relation he is to Maddie herself. I'm not sure who the male is. Um, um, I don't know if I'm hearing it. Ash Cash, hi honey. Reese, hi. Um, Now, I don't think this is for Aggie because I heard Aggie's name loud and clear. I'm hearing an Addie, Addie Wilson. Does anybody know if that's someone on here? Hi, Mandy. I just had to say that name because it came through clear as day. Addie Wilson. I don't know. Farm. Also farm. Okay. Temperature's starting to drop really cold in here for some reason. Aggie, my hubby, had 5-stage kidney disease. Addie has been really battling, and it's really hard for her. And she shows up each time on this live, and she, as you can see, she doesn't mention it unless it's asked if something is going on. So she takes the time out of her day to be with all of us. So Aggie, we love you very much. We respect and thank you that you are here, darling. Hi, Susan, Lisa. And prayer is met in numbers. So Aggie, when we all say a prayer for you, honey, know it's done with love and we all care about you and everything is day by day with anything in life. And when we give that sense of togetherness, it does make it makes a difference in someone's life. So we really do care, and we really are rooting for you, and really are saying prayers for you. I would Addie Wilson Farm, yeah. I'm not sure if anybody knows who that is, and I know we're not talking about Aggie because when Aggie's family comes through, they speak her name very clearly, Aggie. It was clear as day. So it's not Aggie for the name that's being said. It's Addie Wilson. Don't know who the heck that is. Lisa, fear and faith cannot live in the same place. I hear this years ago and helped me many times. Yes. I'm not sure, Aggie, why she keeps referencing falling, 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 falling. She hasn't stopped yet. What do you mean shown? Did your grandmother have an aide? Addie? Aggie. Jesus, I'm calling you Addie now, see? Um, Aggie, did your grandmother have an aide of some sort? Like a helper? I want to mix up here. Also, the word phone. Hi, Lois. Also, pattern, mark, 7, and grace. Okay. I love you all here. When I left the other channel, I was modding. She said I was starting drama. I don't know who that would be, darling, but you're welcome here. We adore you here. So we are all glad to have you here. So whenever I ask a question, you are not starting drama here. It's not a form of sorrow for you. I called you out. I asked you out because Spirit. I asked you to come out on live chat because Spirit came and asked specifically for you, and you guys know that happens all the time. That's not anything new we do here, so don't worry about that here. If I hear something, I have to ask you. Yeah, some people can be quite the. Oh, you have an aide. Okay. Okay. I'm not sure because I'm hearing aid, but also what does the phone mean for you, Addie? Or Aggie? See, I'm getting confused with the Addie and Aggie because the Addie Wilson was so loud and clear that um, you all heard it here. Maybe she's someone that's missing, or maybe she's someone that's going to reach out. I'm not sure yet. So do your homework, guys, if you can do it. Okay. Care Bear, hi. Oh, thank you, honey. Shannon, hi. Okay. Um, Aggie, can you tell me what fall means? Have you ever fallen before, or has your grandmother fell before? Because it's like it's so right there. It's not being it's being repeated and repeated and repeated to me. It's very loud and clear, and I need to I need to get past it so I can move forward because they're like repeating it and repeating it to me. Okay. All right, Taylor, doing meditation and um a lot of when you do sleep meditative state, you can also meet with them that way. You can do it from a meditative state when you're awake. Um, 1 second. Art Taylor, were you saying Wilson was your step grandmother? Well, I'm pretty sure that's for her, Susie. I just haven't seen her answer on that yet. I mean, she said yes, she has a need. I had 2 heart attacks and I didn't know I was having. I kept falling. Okay, okay. Lady Panther, hi. Aggie, can you tell me something, honey? I don't know what this means. I'm gonna ask you the best way I can, just straightforward, honey. Have you ever passed away and been brought back by medical doctors? I'm not sure what they're referencing for this for. I'm hearing several. Um, you have. Okay. Okay. You have. Okay. So you have passed away and medical doctors have brought you back in that way. I know this is a foolish question to ask you, and please forgive me for asking this, but um, so when I had Caleb, I went to the other side for a very short period of time. It was beautiful. It was bright. I didn't see any part of my body. I didn't see anything around me. It was warm. It was loving. Everything was just gone. No worries. No emotions. But I just felt so immensely loved, and it was so peaceful. You're not you're not afraid, are you? And I mean this with the kindest heart. And I know that's a foolish question, but you're not afraid to go to the other side, are you? Because you've already been there. I'm being told you were already there. That's why I've asked you this question. Were you brought back? You're not afraid, are you? I figured that because I'm being told in a sense that you were already there, but it's like you were already there with your family and they put you back. They brought you back here. But they also um it's almost like you remember something and you can't remember what it was, but it's like almost like right on the tip of your tongue. It's almost like you have a memory of being there and who you're with, but at the same time Um, I'm being told you were with the female, the woman. To me, this is the woman that keeps coming through to you. Here we go with the throat, the heart, the hoarseness. Did your grandmother have issues with her throat, Aggie? In the next few minutes, we're going to get into talking about um, casework. Yes, she had something wrong with her throat, or was it before what I was just talking about? Okay, let me ask you this, darling. Your grandmother's name, what's in common with you? Is there something, were you named after your grandmother? Was it supposed, were you supposed to be named after her? It's a very I don't understand what she's saying here. It's like she's trying to say either your name was supposed to be after her or your name is in some way. I already took care of it. Well, I mean, look at the lights. They flickered as soon as we start our live. I mean, I never have issues with lighting here, ever. I've never, not once, had a problem with lighting. So, just like I said, so if this happens to go off, you hear me banging on the table. Nothing's going off here, and this is on, and so is this ball right here. So, if that goes off, pay attention for me, okay? Betty Cook, welcome to Early Access Perks, honey. It's nice to have you. I have her grandmother's name. Oh, okay. Um, that makes a world of sense. Okay. I couldn't figure out what she was trying to tell me because she kept referencing this name, and I'm like, God, that sounds a lot like Aggie's. That sounds like a lot like Aggie's. But there we go. We figured it out. There we go. So now we know what that means, everyone. Aggie. Are you on new medicine, honey, Aggie? Yeah, I couldn't figure out. She kept referencing and referencing and referencing. I'm like, I got to get down to the bottom of what she's trying to tell me here. But that would be who you were over with, Aggie. You are on new medicine. Okay. I'm being told you're having possible side effects from that medication. Is this true? Are you having new symptoms? Possible side effects. Right there by my finger. Hi, Susie B. Are you having any new symptoms that have just come about after you started taking the medicine? Possible. I keep hearing possible side effects. Possible effect after. To me, that's almost like saying side effects. What about your hair? I'm being told your hair. Not that I know. What about your hair? Okay. Here's a question for you, honey, too. Are you having palpitations? Does your heart start racing out of nowhere? I'm assuming this is what they mean by racing, heart racing. Or are you thinking about thoughts? Yes. Okay. Your hair or the heart racing? Because I'm being told the hair, the heart racing, they're giving me like a form of side effect, so to speak. But like I said, I'm not a doctor. I'm only giving you what they're telling me. Never stop taking medication from a doctor. I am no doctor. Disclaimer right here. I will give you what they're saying, but do not listen to me in that manner. Never stop taking something on the account of what I'm telling you from the other side, okay? But they are telling me you're having some sort of side effects, possible side effects. Yes, on both. Okay, so you are having racing heart, and your hair is it falling out, or is it having? Are you having like hair falling out and heart racing? Because I'm being told that's having side effects. Okay, but don't stop taking it on the count of me. Um, talk to your doctor. Um, never stop taking medication on the count of what I say. Okay. I'm being told it will be okay. Falling out. Okay, honey. Unfortunately, medicine can do that to us, but um, I'm trying not to be, because I know this is something personal that they're telling me about you. Um, this is a lot on you. You you have your moments where you cry, and it really gets to you. But you are gonna. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay. I'm hearing that loud and clear. Okay. I want to move forward now that we've got this all figured out. Yes. Um, hmm. I don't know what this means just yet. I don't even know who the male is giving me information yet. I'm assuming this is one of Maddie's family members that have passed on. Um, I want to go. We're going to start our conversation tonight about Maddie Soto. Um, as I stated, I hear a male speaking, but to me, this would be somebody. Um, I'm not sure. Uh, I'm not sure if is this her father's side of the family or is this no, I'm getting information from a male for Maddie. With all that's happened, um, I'm being told surprise. So, belly, worry. What are we talking about here? Are we talking about her being pregnant or possibly being pregnant? Let me just move this out of the way. I don't know. What do you mean by that? To me, this was I don't think this was a planned thing. I think this was a sporadic thing. Something came about to where um, because I'm hearing that here, but then I'm hearing plan here. So are we are we saying this is a? It's almost like premeditated. To me, he. I'm not sure what this means. To me, it's like almost he had knowledge of something, and that's why he took her life, so to speak. I'm not sure what um, pregnant and son mean. Does it mean she was pregnant for a son? Does it mean no? It does not mean that. But it could have meant that um, she assumed she was pregnant. But what does the son mean? What does that even? Why does that come up? Stage. I heard that already. Stage. I'm not looking at some of these messages. I'm sorry. Chloe Jade. Hi, sweetie. Blue Eye Dumplings. Hi. Mary Moore. Possibly. Mary Moore says possibly pregnant. Let me go back to some here. I'm not sure what staged means. And then I hear staged, mark, choke, plan, show. And then I get one. And then something about the belly. It was like it was planned, but it wasn't planned, if that makes sense. This would have been a sporadic thing. It wasn't supposed to happen that the way it did. Um, choke hold, like a. I assume he either choked her this way or he choked her from the back and that way. You know what I mean? Like put his arm around her and choked her that way. Um, to me, there would have been, it would have been something. It's just all there. He couldn't have planned this because he was going to be caught either way, and there's going to be things that are said and done and seeing that are going to prove his guilt, so to speak. Brandy, that's okay. Art Taylor, mother had a missing pregnancy test that was missing. Dina, it's good to have you, honey. No, if we're talking about the same person you're thinking of, Reese Simpson, the mother wasn't on it. Maddie told me that herself. Okay, here we go. Hi, Blue Eyes. No, she needs to be fully charged. She needs to be fully charged. She knew all about him doing what he was doing to her. Um, when I was shown a picture of that little girl, the internet calls it panda eyes, to where they're deeply darkened, and that's from extreme emotional stress and sexual abuse. That mother knew full well. Maddie told me the mother knew something. You guys verified it here for me. Something about the phone call. The mother knew, though. The mother knew full well. And I hope they prove that in court. I think she's just out right now until the full capacity opens full wide. Susie, that's an idea, but I don't think so. Um, I think I do think she was hitting puberty, and that she was being abused in that manner. I think missing a missing a period or something would have made him so scared. The proof is there. I better get rid of it right now. Um, but I mean, that for me, you would only do that if the test came out positive. So my thinking is she was pregnant and it freaked him the hell out completely. And that day he snapped. She needs to go to prison. She knew full well. She knew full well. To me, she disassociates with her daughter. She probably wouldn't have called her by her name or said my daughter. She would have referenced her in a way that sounded like she was referencing a complete stranger, so to speak. Um, she needs to go, I'm assuming she's going to go to prison. Give it a little time because they want her. One was missing. I think he did get that little girl pregnant, and she probably showed signs maybe in her stomach, and he probably made her take a test. And when it came back positive, okay, we have to take care of this right now. She was absolutely disconnected, no motherly bond. I mean, Maddie, if you can give me some answers about mom, honey, I would like you to be able to give me some so that way I know you said mom knew and I know you said mom was involved and right lying. Okay. Let's do something here. Beneath what? What do you mean beneath? Um, she's talking about beneath roll blank. I'm not sure if she means blanket. She's talking about pictures and she's talking about several. I do believe it's to the extent to where the mother possibly was watching as it was happening and it was some sick, twisted thing that way. And it's only a matter of time before he admits that so he can get her into trouble too. I do believe she witnessed it, yes. Talk about struggle. Struggle, sever, fall. Mom knew. Car, head. Blink. What do you mean blink? Um, I don't know what she means by this. She's talking about blink and pine. Um, choke. Um, if I'm gonna say this correctly, um, hold on, Susie. I will definitely do that. Um, if he strangled her, I don't know if he did it till she, I don't know if she's referencing he did it till she passed out. And then she began to come to and began to blink her eyes like coming to. Um, and then something about a pine tree or something of that nature. Um, I will ask her that. Did the roommates know what was going on with you, Maddie? Um, it's almost like referencing one did, one. If you know what that means, I don't. I'm being referenced this like this. I tried to draw it as best as I could. And it says room in cage. Hold. Um, I don't know what she's referencing. Was there four? I'm not sure what she means by this. Um, what does she mean by like? I want to say she's meaning by rooms, maybe rooms, because it's like she shows me door number one, door number two, door number three, but it's like each room there's a door lock. Hold shut. Carry. Me. Where did they take you, sweetie? Car. Okay, here's a question for you, sweetie. Did mom help him hide your body? Was that a yes or a no? What was that? Did you hear that? Oh, Emily, doors were numbered. Room one, mother's room. The rooms were marked. Okay. The hell? That is so weird. What the hell was that? It was almost like a groan, like a. Let me ask you again, honey. Did mom help him hide your body? I think she's I think she's saying one in the car, meaning only one of them were in the car. Push, 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 push. Clever. Mom knew. Why? Why what, honey? She wouldn't help me. What do the cops need to know that they don't know, Maddie? What can you tell me and anybody on here that the cops don't know yet, honey? You are brave. You are very brave, honey, to hold all that in. Um, she's talking about sun again. Sun, 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 sun. Are we talking about a person, or are we talking about the sun in the sky? Person. Maddie, who are we talking about here? You're talking about person, sun. Were you pregnant with a baby? Were you pregnant with a baby? I don't know how to take this. It's almost like she's saying she was pregnant before. But it was like she didn't keep the baby. It was like she miscarried or something to that nature. Somebody out there? I don't know, Tammy. I'm not sure how far along it would have been, or I don't know. I don't know what she means by this because you see what I want. Do you see what I'm trying to get at here? Yes, yes, no. Brave, son, person. I'm not sure what she's trying to say here, but she's referenced son quite a few times. So I'm wondering if she was pregnant before, but talking about son, 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 son. One of the other roommates had a son. Her period started at 11. Betty from Court TV had a recent episode where they had layouts of Maddie's home and they showed the lock on the door mentioned. Very odd. Maddie, was the roommate's son involved? Okay. Was the roommate involved? Okay, we're going back to the son. Maddie, are you talking about yourself? Were you going to have a son? Were you going to have a boy? Were you pregnant with a boy? I don't know what you mean, sweetie. Two. No. Are you talking about before? Were you pregnant before? Maddie. Maddie, did you think you were pregnant? Were you unsure you were pregnant? I wonder if she's talking about she was 2 months. 2 months. Two, 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 two. See where it's two, son? Two. I guess it'll come out. Mm. And the mother didn't know that, huh, Reese? Reese said the mother had no clue in that. Yeah, no, I don't believe that. I believe she used that child as a pawn to have a man in her house. I think it was some sick, deluded thing that the only way he would stay with her in some way. Like, how do you live with yourself? You gave a man your child to dispose of whenever he wanted to do things with her. What do you mean the wall? What do you mean present? Wall and present. He gave me. Mom helped. Maddie, what can we tell the police that's something that no one else would know but you? Nobody else would know but you. Break. Stop. I don't know what you mean. Are you saying that are you saying that he broke your neck? About break and step. Break and step. Emily Falkerson. Did is it Stephen or Stefan? Okay. Did Stefan's parents know what he was doing to you, Maddie? They had an idea, yes. They had an idea, yes. Porn? Excuse my language, but porn, loud and clear. In Mom's interview, did Mom help dress Maddie afterwards? Yes, that's what I feel. Susie, Mom kept her period app on her phone. She missed her period 1st of February. Would make 2 months. Oh, wow. Okay. Sherry, Maddie, did Mom help dress you afterwards? Stain, broke, fell. Purse hanging. What's that mean? Give to cover tracks. Farm. Mom. Mom knew where he went. Lied. I'm not sure if she's saying, I don't know if this means in the autopsy that it's going to come back her neck is broken. But to me, he would have choked her, but maybe something to do with her neck. Maybe he broke it by trying to. Stefan's parents said he had a ton of money and they went shopping sprees, but Stefan had no job. The parents believe he may have been selling the videos and pics of Maddie. Well, that makes sense. Did he strangle her with a purse straps? Maddie, here's a question for you, honey. Um, as you know, these are people on here that are with me on your case, and they care. I need you. Did he strangle you, honey? With did he choke you? Excuse me. She says choke, choke. Did he choke you with his hands, or did he use something else? What do you mean, sweetie? Um, it's almost like his hands. It's almost like his hands took too long, and he used something different. She's talking about too long. Like she's showing me something, and then it took too long. Um, and that's why she's speaking of blink again. He assumed he did, I guess you could say, and then snapped. I think it freaked him out that um, maybe she woke, came back to came out of it. If that makes sense to you. I think he tried to intend to choke her with his hands, but I don't know if that worked out correctly. Okay, Tammy. Was mom there when he took your life? What do you mean? What about the backpack? Oh, okay. She said I was supposed to go to school. She felt safe at school. But was mom there when he did that to you? What do you mean? Are you saying she held you or he held you? Both. So mom was there. She lied. Mom helped him. What an evil piece of trash. Maddie, how did they get you into the car, honey? I don't understand. Did this happen in the car or did this happen in the house? What do you mean alive? I don't know if she's referencing she was alive before the car. Are you saying you were alive before you got into the car? Head wobbly. Mark. Did she ever tell anybody about this? Honey, did you ever tell anybody what he was doing to you? Mom knew. I know you told Mom. I understand. One time you told her. She didn't care. She said, I cried all night. This kind of stuff rips my freaking heart out. Maddie, what can we tell the police that they don't know yet? Something to do with her back. And he dragged her on her back. He pulled her, and there'll be marks all over her back from being dragged across the ground. Oh, she needs to go to prison. I don't think for 1 second, Tammy, that they're going to allow her. I really think her statements are going to get her. She will get something in this. I don't think she was choked in the woods. They know full well she was involved. Just because she's not there yet, that doesn't mean she's not going to be. What do you mean, Pop? No police know she was deceased in the car via traffic video. Well, that goes back to her saying she was alive in the house. So I'm thinking they did this prior to. I just got something strange. That's fine. No, I don't think she's going to get away with it. Choking her in the car is way too risky. It's way too risky. I just heard the words Pop and Son. My question, Maddie, did his father know he killed you? Same. What do you mean? Pop, Sun, same group. Maddie, what can I tell the police about mom? Specifically that no one else knows right now. It has to be something so specific, honey. She's talking about earrings. What do you mean earrings, honey? Okay. Um Earrings, one missing. Now, I'm assuming nobody knows this. I'm assuming this is not something that we're going to find anywhere. I'm assuming this is only maybe something police know. Are we talking about one earring missing or both? Because I see one in your ear and then you tell me one missing. Where's the other earring? Should I go car, 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 car? Maddie. Yeah. So you're not trapped, Maddie. You can go anytime you want, sweetie. You don't have to stay here. You never have to stay here. Give what, honey? Maddie, who is that with you? Who's the little child with you? What do you mean you can't say? Honey, listen to me. You do not have to hide anything from me. It's okay. You can tell me anything. You can tell me. You're not going to be in trouble. No one can hurt you anymore. Nothing. You are never going to be hurt again. No one can hurt you. And you do not have to keep any more secrets from anybody. I know. She said my whole life I had to. She's with a little boy over there. Who's the little boy, Maddie? What do you mean you can't tell me? It's not a secret. You can tell me. If you don't want me to say it on here, I don't have to either. If you tell me, you don't have to. You can realize it'll stay my secret and our secret together. Um, do you want me to say that or do you want me to just be quiet? Do you want me to just not say it here? You know it's okay that you're safe here and all these people, they want the best for you, Maddie. They're not judging you. They don't think it's your fault because this is never anyone's fault that this happens to. I won't say it if you don't want me to. Yep. You can trust me. Okay? If you don't want me to say it, I won't say it. I'm not going to say it in here, but I think you understand what's going on here. But I'm not going to just disobey her trust. Um, that's all I can say. I'm not going to go any further with that. She trusts me. I'm not going to break that trust with her. It takes a long time sometimes for an energy to trust someone like me. I won't do that. Okay. Will that come up? Will that come up in the investigation? Um will that come up in the investigation about anything? Well, I mean, Maddie, honey, understand something, okay? When medical examiners, when they check someone that has passed away, that has crossed over, their body tells the doctor specific things that has happened to them in life, whether they've broken bones, whether they were sick with something, whether they were pregnant, whether anything and everything. A medical examiner can tell that. Two meaning what, sweetie? Are you saying what I think you're saying? Okay, we can leave it at that. We don't have to talk about it anymore. Okay. We can let it go. We don't have to talk about it anymore. Okay. She said, Mom is sick. She promised me. Like, let him go. I'm thinking so, Tammy. I think that's exactly what she meant. Can I ask you something, Maddie? Do the police know about our secret? Do they know about? Are you saying they know about the one, but not the two? Presence and absence. So they're going to be aware of the presence and absence. Okay. Okay. Well, I won't. She's going. Okay. We don't have to talk about it anymore. Okay. So there is evidence, right, sweetie, of that? Will there be evidence of some sort? She's also talking about her back again. Also, the word broke. She's talking about broke, back, fall. Who was praying, Maddie? Were you praying? Hmm. Wait, honey, what do you mean? Were you saying, are you saying they were praying for that, or are you saying you were praying for that? I'm referencing you though, sweetie. Were you saying, get me out of this? It was like she was saying somebody was praying just to get me out of this. Sherry says he moved away in December. Wonder why her mom said that they were trying to get him to move back there. Why would she want him to come back? Maddie was so happy that he was gone. Telling the truth. Um, Maddie, can you tell me something, sweetie? Did Stefan's dad hurt you the way Stefan did? What do you mean? Choose. Choose what, honey? Um, she's talking about. I don't think she gave me an answer on that one. I don't get the indication in that way. But I do feel the father did know in that way. That he was sick and perverted in. Um, she's talking about choose grave roads, like he was trying to figure out where to put her. Um, it's like he was profusely sweating. She's talking about he was sweating so bad, he was so scared, he was so nervous. But this makes no sense to me. Why he would try to hold her head up. She's showing me her head down this way, and he's holding her forehead up. The father said Stefan had a head injury as a child. After that, he was never the same. I don't believe, Tammy, that that had anything to do with his sick perversion. I think that this was very much so the way he was born. Mm. Michelle's got to be seen in church camera alibi where he stated he dropped her off. Never put me there? Me there. Something about a call. Did did they call each other at that time? Who did he call? Mom. Are you talking about your mom or his mom? What do you mean? He called her mother in the car. But here's the thing. When I asked who he called, he says both. She says both. Danger. Yes, and that's why he said she fell asleep in the car on the way to school. Police asked him why would she fall asleep such a short ride. She was in fact deceased, and he said she was sleeping. No, you're not late, dear. Maddie, what can we tell the public or the police about mom so that mom can be charged and what happened to you? Because right now mom's not in jail, and I'm assuring you already know that, sweetie. What does that mean? You're showing me something. What is that? What do you tell? She will tell who? She will tell who, honey? What do you mean? Maddie, you do understand, honey. You do understand what we're talking about here, right? You do understand, Maddie, that you have passed on, right? Sometimes I ask these things because you do understand she can't tell him anything anymore. She can't allow him to hurt you anymore. She can't tell on you anymore, Maddie. What do you mean? Come back before you. Who was telling him to come back? And I don't. Can you verify what this means, honey? Come back before new. Oh, it was kind of like come back before they find out. This little boy is this little tiny thing. It's a presence with her. Um, um, okay, why did you mention her name though? She knew. Mom knew full well. I can't escape. Sweetie, what do you mean you can't escape? You do understand, sweetie, that you don't have to be here anymore. Nobody could hurt you anymore. Nobody can hurt your existence anymore or take away your existence anymore. You are free, Maddie. You are free to go above, yes. You've been there before. She's kind of like referencing, it's kind of like, I guess you could say, not that she's died before, but it's kind of like saying, I've been there before. She's kind of like left her body to disassociate with the pain. because it was so hard. It was hard to live. But Maddie, you do understand though, honey. I know. She's talking about it, but it was so short. But Maddie, you do understand, honey, that you can go on to the next place and you do understand there is peace there. You don't have to allow this to keep you here, to keep you stuck here. You could go right to the light, honey, where there's peace there. You're not locked, honey. You're not locked in. You're not. I promise you, you're not. Can you picture a door for me? I want you to picture that door, and behind that door is glowing white light. I want you to open that door. Nothing is holding you here. That door is not locked. I want you to go open that door with all of your might, and I want you to walk through that door where there's all that bright light coming through. That is your safe place. That is your home now. That is where you go, where you have peace. There's no judgments, there's no secrets, there's no pain. There's literally only just love there. And that's for you to go there. You won't have to feel that anymore. There's no fear. There's nobody that's going to hurt you there. Absolution is there. Trust is there. There's nothing to worry about there. What do you mean? Maddie, you can picture when you go there, you could create your own type of existence. You can, if you want to picture yourself flowing on a swing at a park, you do that. You go up high in the sky. What do you mean, sweetie? She's talking about I just want to go to the park and be a kid. Maddie, you break my heart when you talk this way. But you know what? It's not your fault. It's not, you don't, I don't mean to guilt you that way. It's just that's hard for me as a mom to hear that. Because you could go, Maddie. Don't let anything hold you back here. Because the man that hurt you, he's in jail. And yeah, I tell you what, they're gonna take care of that. Those police, that detective and FBI and sheriff and whoever's working your case, they're gonna nail his ass to the wall where he belongs. And if I have anything to do with it, and I can find out more about what happened to you, we can go to the police, Maddie, and give them everything about mom. It has to be so detailed, Maddie, that not even mom knows you know this in spirit, so to speak. But in actuality, what is going to happen to her is going to happen to her, no matter what. Don't let yourself stay here out of pain and out of fear for opening that locked door, because you're not locked in, sweetie. You're not locked in. No, you take that all off you, you let it go, and you just open that door and you go. Yes, you can. She's saying, I can't leave. Why can't you leave, Maddie? You're not going to fall, sweetie. What do you mean? Do you? I don't think she understands. Maddie, you can't fall anywhere, sweetie. You can't fall. When you open that door, sweetie, you're literally just like to feel that I've been there. And when you go there, you don't feel like you're falling. You know what you feel like? You feel like you're floating in the air. It's a soft, loving, warm light, and you just feel so amazing that you won't ever even think about what happened to you ever again. And it's a beautiful place to go. Don't be stuck here, sweetie, because you can leave. It's a choice. Yes, it's a choice. You have a choice. Yeah. You can walk right to that door. I don't think she understands that I don't think she understands she's crossed over in that way. She doesn't understand, how am I going to walk? How am I going to open that door? I'll fall. She's actually afraid to open a door. She's saying she's locked in. It's really sick and demented what they've done to her, even now. But I promise you, Maddie, I'm giving you this advice. You won't fall when you open that door, honey. You won't fall. I promise you won't fall. Do you trust me? No, you won't fall. I swear, I promise you. What I want you to do is open that door, put your arms out, close your eyes, and I want you to take a step out. And then you're going to see that big, bright, beautiful light is so warm and welcoming. And you're going to feel so different. And you're going to say, why did I stay here? Okay, trust me. You have to let go, yeah. Honey, you will always be, I will always call you Maddie. Okay? You're always, do understand, honey. You existed here. Yes, it was hard, but you're never going to lose your name and you're never going to lose your identity. People will remember you, yes. Okay? I know. She said, but I'm gone. You won't be gone forever if you go there. You can come and go as long as you want. You can stay over there as long as you want until you're ready to go to the next place, Maddie. We all have the ability to go to the next place, and when we're ready, we get to just go to another place. It's about choosing. Oh, thank you, Sherry. You are awesome. But you existed here, Maddie. You do understand that you were loved, and you know who loves you? Everybody on my computer. I care about you. If I knew you, Maddie, in life, I would have protected you. I would have took you away from all of it. I would have taken you away as quick as I could. And I want you to know, all these people on here are saying, Maddie is forever, never forgotten. What do you mean? Yeah. You see my candle back there? Yeah. So you see how the light, Maddie, in this candle is that bright? It's so bright and warm. It's like that. You just close your eyes and you take your step. It's hard to walk a child to the light because they don't understand. She was probably never taught about existence in the other place, or what's in the other place. That's a scary thing for a child to have to go through. What do you mean, wall? There won't be any wall. There won't be any barrier to keep you in one space. You will be part of this beautiful, warm, white light, Maddie. And you will just, it's so loving there. And there's no hurt, and there's no pain, and there's no guilt, and there's no secrets. It's all about you, Maddie. For once, it will always be just about you. And there's nothing else in that light that is going to allow someone to hurt you. Okay? Bye. Someone said bye. she's got such a softness to her voice. Like just a young little, to me she would have had some just a softness to her, like a very low tone to her voice. I think she went. I don't hear her anymore. It's silent. Mm. Whew. I gotta take a minute, guys. That really, really, I'm gonna say this without swearing, it really effed me up. Wow. Sorry, everybody. Okay. Oh, God. Sorry if my makeup gets everywhere. Goodness. This is what it does to me. It's hard for me to just be Colin. People are just really evil. Evil human beings. So we're gonna move on because this is what I know and this is how I cope. So we need to go back for a moment. We need to talk about her back because there's going to be things on her back they're going to find. She's going to have scrapes or markings on her back. Um, I don't do well with children cases. This is just something I have a really hard time with. Um, so there will be markings on her back. That's one thing that's probably going to be in her autopsy report, next to possibly a broken neck and he strangled her. I'm not sure what she means. I think he tried to strangle her with his hands, but I think because it just didn't work out the way he wanted to, I think he used something. It could have been he used this way, um, which is more fierce and more power to the neck, and it could also have broken her neck in that way. Thank you, everybody. Just some this stuff kind of stuff is hard. Um, I don't control who comes through. This just it happens that way for me. Um, okay, but let's pay attention when her autopsy does come out. If they do show it, uh, pay attention to the neck area. Pay attention if it's broken. Also her back. Welcome, Laura K. Yeah, and I promised I wouldn't speak of her secret on here, but I'm sure some of you get the gist of it, and I don't want to break that promise, so I won't do that to her. But just know that, excuse me, wiping my nose like I am. Just know that uh, there's just something about that situation that I can't say. Okay, let's move on. I am going to stop this at midnight because, like I said, I wasn't planning on being here this long, but I'm going to try to break up our lives in shorter periods so I can be on here more with you guys. Um, yeah, I mean, it took me a minute to get her to go that way. I mean, she was afraid, so you can tell she has no idea about, had no idea about the peace that it could have brought her. I don't think she's getting away. I don't think she's getting out of this scot free. No, Emily. I think they're going to charge her ass, and I hope that she gets a very long time. And don't think for one second that that low life isn't going to throw her under the bus, because I'm sure she's that foolish to have messed up somewhere. She most likely told the police something stupid where they caught on quickly with her. Every time I'm here, I hear some crazy stuff going on in the background. I don't know if you guys ever do. Oh, she's telling on her own self. Doesn't surprise me. Oh, yeah, I can't wait till he goes to prison and sits in there with the big boys. Okay. Um, Emily, your name is being mentioned. So this tells me a male is referencing your name specifically, Emily. How do you connect with the male energy that's passed on? You're not the only one, Tammy. Excuse my wiping my nose. I just don't want anything coming out of my nose in front of all you. Cindy, in the interview, they said if she didn't lie, she would stay out, but she lied in the interview. You hear it, Risa? You hear it? That noise in the back. I always hear stuff above my head. Thank you for understanding because thank you, Dana. I need Emily on here because Emily, I think it's Emily Folkers, and if I said her name right, I got to go back and find her. There was a male that spoke her name, but I need to know if she can validate the male passed on energy. Yes, yes, I think that's her. Oh, there you are, honey. Oh, Emily says, "Oh my, could be my dad or nephew." Um, Dad, this is your dad, older. Um, are we talking about um are we going to a different person quickly here? What are we doing? Um, I need, okay, there's two of you here, so I need you, Emily, for a second, and then I need to speak to Risa because I got Emily, Dad, an older male, and then I hear Reese. Wait, is that what this is? That's so weird. Okay, hold on, Emily. I'm confused. That makes sense because, okay, your father's passed on then, Risa, right? Is this grandfather or father we're talking about for you? Because that makes sense why I got you too. But I got your name as Reese. I didn't hear Risa. Well, then Emily first. You see what I'm saying? What does this mean? Power. Okay. Let go. Travel. Friend. Um, Risa, I need you to hop on here quickly, honey. When I do this work, my newest symptom of this is um, my feet go cold. Oh, yes, your father did pass away. Called me Reese. Okay, there he is. Okay. That's why I got Emily, Dad, Reese, man, power, let go, travel, friend. Um, what's going on with you that Dad is coming through and talking about power, let go, travel, friend, man? Did you meet somebody, Risa or Reese? I'm going to call you Reese because that's what Dad called you, okay? What's going, if you don't want to talk about your personal life here, that's fine. You don't have to. Um, but this is kind of like an advice reading for you. This is like you need to just, I'm wondering, Emily, if let's see where this goes first. But being that it came up Emily and then Reese, you know what I mean? And she just validated her dad. Her name is Emily, her actual name, and then her dad used to call her Reese. I'm married and I'm a open book. What does this mean for you? Power, let go, travel, friend, but we're talking also about a man as well too. Dad, what? Tone. We're trying to get, they always do this all the time. They know I'm going to be leaving soon, so they want to give me a whole bunch of mixed in little comments from the other side. Um, I'm hearing, Dad, time, please forgive. Reese, what does that mean for you, honey? I don't know. I just came back from Cancun, Mexico with my hubby. Um, oh, okay, you traveled. You came back. Um, we have a friend. We're talking about a friend, power, also man here. Um, I'm not sure yet. Just hold off. Time, please forgive Dad. The traveling part, that's good. That's validated. Um, let go. Um, Reese, do you usually hang on to things from the past? Do you hold on to, I don't want to say grudges, but is it hard for you to forgive and let go of people? Because I'm also referencing Dad again. Was there something also with Dad that he would ask for forgiveness? And this could be anything. It doesn't have to be huge. It could be something that he found that you held on to specifically, and he knows that, and he just wants to apologize for, so to speak. You forgive easily. Your dad died when you were 10. Because you have dad, time, please forgive. I'm not sure what he's referencing. Something about walk to. Was there, I guess I'll reference it like this. Was there something that he was supposed to do with you, like pick you up, and you didn't make it there with him? It was it like a promise? I'm not sure what he's trying to reference here. It could be that he's referencing sorry for not having enough time with her. Yeah, I think um, let go. Let go of what? I just got here. That's okay. Um, we have 20 minutes left though. We've been on here since 9 o'clock, guys. He had a heart attack. I know that it wasn't his fault. My mom was supposed to take me to see him, but he died before she could. Okay. Okay. Is that what we're talking about here? Um, Dad, time, please forgive, walk to. I guess that's a form of travel, maybe bringing to. So that makes sense. See where you put?
Uh huh. Sorry, I don't understand.
Okay, well, I wasn't talking to you, Siri, so we're just going to let that one go, okay? Weirdo? Yeah, it just comes on. I did forgive him. I was daddy's girl. Um, which is understand, which is understandable. But I want you to understand something. When they don't get the chance to say goodbye, when they don't get the chance to say I'm sorry in life, even if it was something you forgave for, it could be referencing, please forgive me for going before you got there. He might need to feel the option to tell you he's sorry. Understand? That's how they are. Chloe Jade, I have your name down here because I heard your name. I'm just waiting to see who else is ready to come through. I think it's when they're on the other side, the only thing that, yeah, you get it. Okay. Um, pleasant. Pleasant man, I'm assuming he means, unless that's the name of something. Um, they need to say they're sorry because in some way, I think that that mattered for him for you to be there, but they don't like to, they can't hang on sometimes. Good night, blue eyed dumplings. No, I didn't talk about Sebastian tonight. I'm heading out something for him this weekend with somebody. Lindsay Nelson. I hope I can get a message from my past loved one sometimes. This, I can't really sense what that was. Very heartwarming. I, I can't even. Um, the name Jack or Jackie. Does that fall into you, Chloe Jade? Maybe he's talking about your husband. He is a pleasant man, and I have talked to him aloud, saying, "Would like you have liked him." My mom comes to me. My dad has come to me once. Oh, in place with kind of like caresses your ear. I've had energies do this to my hair, kind of like stroke my hair a little bit. Possibly, yeah. Um, Chloe Jade, honey, can you tell me if there's a Jackie or a Jack? Maybe I'm not sure if this is for you, but this is a name I heard loud and clear. My feet are like my feet are like ice right now. That's one of the new things that happens to me when I do these kind of lives. My feet go completely frozen solid. Thank you, Chloe. And yes, I miss my dad, which is why I talked to him. Your mom passed away in 2020. I'm sorry to hear that, Reese. Chloe Jade, Jackie is my dog, and she's was our dog together, and she's 4 tomorrow. Oh, okay. Cindy, my dad was Jack. I try to combat that, Shelby, with immediately going to something where I know that I can give some nurturing messages from the other side. Because if I stay in that frame of mind, I will go home and lock myself away and just, I don't want to deal with anybody. I don't want to talk to anybody. That's why sometimes on the lives I go hiatus because it's hard for me to come back on here and be with you guys sometimes because it's rough to hear. If you could hear what they're saying and you hear how they say it and how they reference and they, I don't know if you guys just heard that. I just heard a whole female, but I don't think it was her. No. Um, let me know if you guys go back to timestamp this. It's 11:46. Timestamp it. two distinctive voices. You're welcome, Reese. Chloe Jade, my fiance passed when I had severe brain injury and almost died and couldn't walk and talk. Relearned, but he thought I wasn't going to be okay, and he relapsed, and I found him dead. Oh, sweetie. I'm wondering if that's why the dog was mentioned. The dog holds a big part in your life, like a healer for you. When you're sad, you hug the dog. When you're emotional, it's like an emotional support for you. Yes. Thank you, Susie. Well, at least we know who Jackie is, right? I was like, who's Jack or Jackie? I don't know who that is. Loud and clear male voice. Jackie. I thought, um, Chloe, Chloe saved, or your dog, Jackie saved your life. It made me get out of bed every day, and we rescued her, and she was our baby. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I'm hearing this correctly or if I'm being told to tell you this, like as in, um, get our pup's nails clipped, or did you already do that recently? You're welcome, everybody. Ask about what? Who is it for? Oh, Chloe, that makes sense because it was like, was there a car wreck anywhere in your past with him? Because I'm not sure if he's referencing. It was like a car wreck. I'm supposed to ask about the car wreck, or because when he references the nails, it was like very hard. But I'm also being referenced to a car wreck too as well. I don't know if he meant it was like a going through a wild car wreck with the dog to try to cut the nails. I'm not sure what we're referencing here just yet. Because you said, haha, she won't let you do it. He used to do it. So that's why he's saying you need to cut the pup's nails. Hi, Jessica. I have had Chloe. I had a car wreck a year ago and I was told I could be paralyzed, and I had still go to the intense therapy and get epidurals and having surgery. So he's asking about my ex. Yes. Okay. So then you know what he's talking about then. Okay. So he's talking that you need to get your dog's nails cut. And then he's telling me, Sarah, ask about the car wreck. So this is a big part of your life still currently. This is keeping you, I don't want to say bound. I don't want to say it in that way. But it's a big part of your life. It's done a lot to you, even to you spiritually, so to speak. It's made you feel, um, it's really hard to get back from, so to speak. I know, Lens. I love my Lindsay. Lindsay's awesome. Quirky asked you loved ones to talk to you, Sarah, if they come through. Yeah, yeah. If they come through, honey, they usually, as you can see, I've called out Chloe Jade. I called out Emily, who I thought was Emily Falkerson, if I said your name right, but it turned out that Reese's name is actually Emily, and her dad was coming through. Um, also, who else was there? There was in the beginning. There was also somebody else there. I did too. There's so I did like I think 3 people today. Oh, and Aggie as well. Yes, thank you. Yeah, it's sad when we lose our loved ones because pets can't replace our family members, but they definitely put a warm place in our heart to where we can get out of bed and we know we have to really take it upon ourselves to try to get over our grief a little bit more, and they are able to help us do that. Nope, he did not give me a name, but very funny in that way. Kind of like a sense of humor. I tell her to cut the dog's like pup nails. Tell her to cut the pup's nails. My my dog passed away, but my husband's dog, um, I have my breed is German Shepherds. So my husband has a 120-pound Doberman. She very protective of the home. No one's allowed. No one's even allowed to. The mailman won't even come to my house really. Thank you, Dana. It was just a lot tonight. Maddie really, she really puts a whammy on my heart. So it's really a lot for me to go through the grief with her. But I do so because I know she didn't have a voice in life. So I have to, that's why I put in the description open cases, live discussion, where we bring spirits to give them a voice. German Shepherd is my breed. I love all dogs, but there's something about German Shepherds with me that if I could have a huge farm with a bunch of them, I'd have them everywhere. The difference between channeling and versus let everybody come through, that is usually when I channel a specific person. So, perfect example when I do my members live, my members perks live member, I'm going to be picking one person this week, and I'm going to be doing an in-depth reading with them specifically. I'm going to be doing the free bath salt giveaway. The stuff smells phenomenal. I can't tell you. You guys can use this for putting it in the 4 corners of your home in each room. You could put this in your bath. You could put it in little sachets, and you could put it in your drawers for smell. It smells divine. I can't even tell you. Tell my people up there they are rude for not coming over tonight. Okay, I will definitely. Don't be surprised. Usually it's the people that think that they're not getting a message. Uh, Perfect example, Chloe Jade. I doubt you didn't think you were going to get a message tonight, Chloe. But I don't think Reese either. Emily. I'm going to call you Emily. Okay. Emily. Yeah, German Shepherds. There's something about those dogs that are just fantastic. I uh I won't get another German Shepherd. There was no German Shepherd like her. My dog could open doors, open knobs. She could open the gates that the child lock gates for children. She could open the gates. She protected every single child in my home. You weren't allowed to go near a child in my home without my permission. I had to do a special nod to her that she only knew exactly what I meant. I had a specific word to her. If I said ow, you wouldn't have legs left because she'd rip them off. She was trained to protect my son, but in actuality, she turned out to be me and my son's protector. She didn't allow anybody near me and my son. Chloe says, I just get signs and they give me comfort, but he's been around me all day, so I felt he came to you. Okay. Yeah, but they usually try to mention everybody that they want to try to get messages through. Um, so we did 4 people today, plus Sweet Maddie. But to close this down, we we need to go back to really talking about the autopsy report whenever that comes out. Do let me know about the back, about the neck. Um, a lot of males tonight. I think I got one female and the rest were males tonight. I'm gonna give these 2 names that I just heard, but I don't know if I swore I heard Patty, but I also heard Fatty, which is funny because that could be somebody's nickname. Your sister is Patty. Mm. So the salt that I make is specifically for it's multi-use. I also use herbals to where I will put special herbs together. I will put my energy into them. I will say certain mantras over them, protection mantras, whether it's let's just say in my practice I use specific herbs, specific salts, and I put them around my home. This is a loving based salt, so to speak. So this is a loving based salt for yourself, but it also attracts love into your home. So because of the smell of it, it smells like roses and it smells like jasmine. So when you cleanse your home, oh, this stuff smells so good. I could just sniff it all day. So when you this is the salts I make. These are all rose and jasmine flowers. I do lavender, I do sage, I do you name it. I do candles with specific herbs in them, cleansing purposes. So, um, well, technically, Who is it for though? Um, is there a Paula on here? Paula, 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 Paula. I do actually, bubbly bath. This is part of my line. This is part of my the oils. I if you can see back there, do you see back there those little bottles? I have the matching body oil that you can put in the water as well. You can put it in your foot spa. You could use it as a perfume. You could use it as anything you want to put it for. Um, I need to know if there's a Paula on here. Paula with the month of May. Fatsy Patsy. They had all the boys between the M except for two. They used to aggravate my mother in law and her twin to death, but would call her Fatsy Patsy. That's awful! Oh, this is like this stuff. I tell you, I use it myself, and I have to remember it's supposed to be for clients, but I use it for my home. I use it for myself. Yes, I sell the salts. That's this is part like I said, part of my line. Candles, oils. Back there is wax melts right here. Those are homemade wax melts. Candles, the oils. I'm trying to do this with the computer reflection. Oils, wax melts, candles, room sprays are here, right there. Those are the room sprays. Jasmine and vanilla smells. Yes, and Harley Girl, those are my ultimate favorite three. You just named them, and also lilac. Do you make cards, Miss Sarah? What do you mean cards? Like business cards, or what are you talking about? Your Denise says my mom was Paulina, or Pauline, excuse me. Date was 5/15/38. Let's see. So I charge all the same price for my candles. They're $18 a piece. They are nothing but soy, beeswax, and essential oils. They're all natural products. I don't use paraffin wax in any of my things. All of that is from homemade or natural sources of things. But I mean, as you can see, I never really mentioned, hey, whoever wants to buy, please. No, I don't believe in putting the readings in. I just put this out here because this is a great attracting love into your home. It's a very, smells very, oof, smells just so beautiful. You can just use this in pillowcases, just as like a room air freshener. You put it in your bath, you put it in your pedicure, you put it in corners of your room. You can literally put this in your car. You know what I mean? There's so many different uses for this. I don't ship overseas, no, honey. see. Oh, do I make tarot cards? No, I haven't made any tarot cards. Um, I am working on a book. I'm not sure when that's going to come out. There's a lot of in betweens to that. No pun intended. Ha ha ha. Um, let's see. My sons are doing okay. Caleb had to go get a new foot brace for his foot. As you guys know, he has to wear a foot brace. It's part of his everyday life. Oh, yeah. So, what was the message for Paula? Is Paula passed on or is Paula alive? Is this for the same person? So I'm being told it's for two people, but it's for the same. For the same, it wouldn't be two separate people. It would be the same, um, kind of like there is somebody that's passed on by that name, but it would also somebody be somebody in the family with the same name. Does that make sense? Like, it could be a mom, it could be an aunt, it could be somebody of that nature. Yes, I ship into the other states. Yes. If that any of that makes sense, let me know. Okay, hold on 1 second. I can't wait to get a couple of chapters. Oh, thank you. Um, Sarah, if I may, I've been worried with the terrible flooding in Tennessee. Has Sebastian came through to your sons? I have. I can't really talk about what I'm doing on the Sebastian case. I am working on something. Just I can only say I'm working on something this weekend with it, so I can give certain things to certain people, so to speak. If trying to like more or less say the information I'm going to be getting to give. Tammy JC, I want to order salts, please, please. I will I will I will come up with a specific I'm just being said something. Hold on. I will come up with something specific for you guys so you guys can have a specific place to go to. I don't put my personal um anything personal of mine on here only because um of the work I do. But I mean I can get like I don't know, something like Etsy or uh something like that to where you guys can order from there. I can just come up with something on there for you guys. What a night, huh? Okay. Oh, how funny. So I do classes for children that are gifted psychically. And I'm being told that I'm going to get another child this week. Um, I received a name, and then I got his little list of one of my students, so to speak. I teach children that have the profound psychic abilities at an early age. I teach them how to use them and how to take it on in life. And strangely, I was told to turn over the paper. Your new student will be calling, so to speak, next week. But the uh, the one thing that I do with them is I tell them to all look at one another, and I tell them to just, what do you see about each other? What's the one thing that you see about each other? That each and every one of you is unique, and by looking at you, you don't look much different from anybody else. You just have things that you are able to do and nobody really understands right now. So that's the one thing I teach kids. Tonight was the last live I did with her. It was really emotional like this too. She's so open with me in that way. She really tells me how she feels, and um, it's just hard as a mom to hear things that she said and to know that she trusted her mother to protect her and keep her safe. And her mother was just as much of a monster as he was. That little sad-eyed tear thing that she's giving is a load of shit. Um, thank you, everybody. Um, I will be back here Wednesday. That is going to be for perk members. I'm going to pick the person that's going to get one of these. I'm also going to be picking somebody for one of my candles as well and a wax melt. As I said, I will be once a month be doing something. It's not always going to be this stuff. It'll be something, just something that I can bless somebody with. It might be a little pendulum. It might be a little crystal. It might be um, something that I've come across and I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to gift this to somebody. It doesn't always necessarily mean it's going to be something of this nature. Okay. Um, tonight's live was really hard, but we did it together. And um, what does that mean? Oh, shit. Um, how about when I get off this live and I go home, because I'm not home right now, what I'm going to do is I'll work with you when I get home. Okay. All right, everybody. Tammy, you know. Tammy, you have the idea. Um, okay, everybody. Good night. Wednesday, members, perks members, same time, 9 p.m. free giveaway, and we're going to be doing a one-on-one channeling of somebody's family on our live, our private live. Okay. Um, members perks lives are um, only viewed so everybody knows, because I think a lot of people get misunderstood with that. Just so we know, subscribers are you guys. You're able to see the lives. Um, but the member perks lives, I do give small little in-depth messages, but it's different from a channeling perspective. So the members perks, I usually will do a card read. I will teach them something spiritually. I will do a reading and casework, most times all in one. But with me channeling a loved one, it's going to be a little bit more in depth with that specifically first, and then we move on from there. Okay. Thank you, everybody, for joining tonight. I will see you, Perks members, Wednesday. Um, and just so we all know, Perks members are set to a private setting for just the specific members for that, versus tonight where anybody can see the lives and view this recording, this live. But for members perks, if you're not a member, you can't view that live. And I think a lot of people get that confused. So just so we're aware, that's what I mean by perks members, okay? All right, everybody. Thank you. It was good to see you all. Well, hear from you all. I'm working on the Zoom. I'm gonna figure it out probably this week. I will. I think I have access to 100 people. I don't think I'll be doing 100 people at once, no, um, because I want to make sure that I can uh, see so many at a time. So what we'll do is we'll pick a time slot for certain groups of people. I'll do a video and say place your name under here, um, for our Zoom live, and whoever puts their names down in the first 25 to 30 people, those are the people that will get in. It'll go by dates and times under that video, so I'll know who's who. Okay? All right, everybody, good night, and I will see you Wednesday, Perks members, okay? Everybody stay focused, watch your six, and stay safe, okay? As I always tell you, be aware of your surroundings, okay? All right, everybody, have a great night.